Hey guys, this is Paradox from Centuries of Sin, and we're here with the Electro-Death Metalers from Europe, Meta-stasis. So, in case you guys don't know, Meta-stasis are starting off their India tour in Bangalore, in IIM Bangalore on the 29th, and are even supporting Finnish death metal giants Korpiklani in IIT Guwahati on the 31st. So, guys, after only 3 to 4 years, did you ever imagine that you'd be playing in India?
Not at all, man. Not at all. Yeah, it's a big privilege to be over here. Very, very lucky.
Yeah, and considering the fact that nowadays it's so much harder for bands, not only in India but in other countries, to book international tours. I mean, you guys have traveled to a lot of locations, like a lot of places in Europe, and now you're starting off what may be your Asian fan base here. So, how hard has it been to book tours over here and in Europe?
Yeah, it just is difficult, really. It's all about knowing the right people. I'm quite lucky that I know these guys from open networks, and they really helped us out. And it's just definitely knowing the right people. But this just kind of fell into place, really. I was coming over here for a month anyway, and Dave decided to come over for a month, and we just managed to get these shows, and it's amazing. But it really is difficult for sure. It really is. It's just luck, it just definitely is luck, really. Yeah. Persistence,
Nice. So, starting off with your new record, which is the Paradox of Metanoia, the first thing I want to ask is, I want to know the meaning of the title, the Paradox of Metanoia, because, especially the word metanoia, because it's kind of confusing. So if you can tell us that.
Well, sort of metanoia is sort of the breakdown of one's psychological state, and then sort of bringing it back in as a positive kind of way. So obviously, with kind of a lot of metal, it's drawing on negative things that might have happened in your past, but of course, bringing it back in a format that is defiant and powerful, and means something positive to us, and obviously, hopefully, to other people as well. That's definitely what. Out my years and years of listening to metal, that's definitely what it's all come out for me, really. So it's just kind of exploring the different kind of states of whether something bad that happens could actually be ultimately something good, or potentially the other way. But
And I sort of feel that after the first record, I feel that the second record, which, if I'm not wrong, was mastered by Scott Adkins, of all people, was much more cleaner, sharper, and more focused than your previous material. So I guess there was a lot of growth from your debut record to your sophomore record, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just we all kind of have the same vision, I guess. It's just all definitely come together. There was a lot of work between our vocalist and Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins really helped us sort of refine the tracks as well. He's done a lot for us. But yeah, it's definitely just been a process of cutting the crap. It's just trying to get to the point, not having unnecessary sections. It's that might be really heavy, it might be really cool, but it's do we need it? So let's get rid of that. Just to the point. We just want it to be groovy, we want it to be heavy, we wanted to have these other influences, but we wanted to still be a song.
Yeah, I've got to ask you one thing. You guys are not only proud to be on the metal side of things, but you're also proud to have all these electronic influences, like the jungle electronic stuff, the break beats, the drum and bass stuff. So do you think Meta-stasis could potentially introduce metal fans to more hardcore electronic stuff? Because I think many of us metalheads and rock fans were already fans of Prodigy, KMFDM, and all that stuff. So do you think Meta-stasis could also introduce metalheads to the electronic side of things?
Hopefully, if we do it right, I think there's definitely similarities between the two genres, and I think that's why people like things like Prodigy, because it's Prodigy, punk rock band on acid. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? They're mental, and I think there's definitely that aspect that we're trying to capture from those bands and sort of bring it into our world. It's why aren't more people doing that? Because normally when it does happen, it sort of turns into pop bullcrap. You know what I mean? It's but we don't want that. We want it to still be heavy, still just pull out all the dark atmospheres from those genres. So hopefully, if we do it right.
Awesome. And speaking of the look and the theme of the band as well, I really love this sort of carcass-like theme that you've got here, with all the death and decay of the human body and the human condition, and all these hospital-like terms that you have along with the outfit and the theme. So I've got to ask, Were there any like specific inspirations, like literary works or other themes that you really invested into the band's theme?
I think it's just a general interest in sort of serial killers and the psyche and all that kind of stuff. Where it's just more sort of, you know, the patient thing is kind of, you know, we're all kind of patients in our own right, in a sense. You know, we're all struggling with our own demons. You know, we're all, whether it's, you know, explicit, you know, that we are definitely patients and we're in an insane asylum. We all have our demons that we struggle with from day to day. So it's kind of just that, really, just a metaphor of that, and then just a general interest in serial killers. Really, it's just our vocalist is so you know, what I mean, he's so insane with it. He's just so obsessed. He's got I think a patch of Albert Fish on his outfit, and Albert Fish is a pretty serious dude. If you don't know about him, maybe have a little read.
Yes, yeah. So I guess Meta-stasis could introduce metal fans to that sort of thing. Get like a good bit of reading, some sort of literary minutia or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely casual bedtime reading.
Awesome. So, speaking of your getting back to your first performance in India, and have you heard of any of the Indian metal bands or any music from the Indian metal scene? Maybe like some of the bands that are supporting you on 29th, like Godless or any of that stuff?
Yeah, Godless. Yeah, same for Walking Edwards, like those guys are friends of ours, and just showed us a couple of tracks of them, and it's good stuff. And we went to a gig, didn't we, at the House of Blues? I can't remember the names of any of the bands, which is terrible, but you know, there's some bands, some bands. Really
I've got one written down my phone, but yeah, I mean, like the quality of that gig, especially for kind of like a local kind of gig, was really, really high, and we're going to be judging a competition, aren't we?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, if it's anything like that, that's going to be really difficult, I think.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of talented people, a lot of dedicated people from what we've met, and everyone's been really nice so far that I've met within the industry as well. So it's, you know, good metal community.
Yeah. So like, have you noticed any differences between like how Indian metal gigs go and how gigs in your side of the pond go in the UK?
There was a lot more sound checking. It's probably the most obvious thing. There was it was difficult to tell when the band had started, and it was like, okay, that's a sound check, and now they've started. So it's more that than anything. And the sound that they managed to get out of the gear, some of the gear wasn't great, but they managed to make it sound really good. So that they're doing well with what they had, what they had. Where like in the UK, you just, you know, it just sounded like a train wreck probably. So I think, you know, it's really commendable. Like what you guys do over here, it's really good.
The fans definitely seemed a lot more up for it as well. Like the gig we went to, it got pretty crazy at some points, which is definitely, you know, what I like to see. Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, I think just in the UK with sort of maybe it might be more competition, or maybe some people might not be as interested in going out, or various different reasons. But you know, I've definitely played gigs in the past, which is, you know, literally like two men and a dog there. And so that's it's just good to see. Definitely gets me excited for it.
Awesome. So after the Paradox of Metanoia released last year, do you perhaps have any plans, any writings for a new record sometime?
Yeah, I think we're trying to get the majority of it written by the end of May. So we've got about 4 or 5 tracks in the works, and then we want to try and get it recorded early 2017. It's kind of what we're hoping. It just depends on, you know, finance and all that, 'cause it's not cheap to get it done. We want it to sound the best it can, really. But yeah, 2017 for sure.
2017, nice. So lastly, what are you expecting from your Indian audience at IIMB, especially after going to all these gigs in the past month?
I still don't know what to expect.
I'm the same, really. Just hope lots of energy, really. Yeah,
a sea of chaos.
Yeah, it's exactly what I want to see. That'd be amazing. I'd be so happy to see that.
I wouldn't want to leave.
No, yeah, definitely not. I already don't, to be honest.
Oh, really? Because a lot of people here talk about leaving and going to the UK, so they kind of have the opposite problem here. Oh man, so yeah, I guess you heard a lot of good things about the Indian audience, maybe from the Neo-Oblivious Guitarists guys whom Organ Networks got here last year, you know. So like, what have you heard from them?
Well, I've seen a lot of the footage from those gigs, and from just other bands that we know that have been over here, like Zerath and the Bloodshot Dawn and stuff. And like, you know, they've always said really good things about it, and just the videos of the performances, man. Like, it's definitely a scale up to what we're used to. So I mean, it's definitely something we're ready to step up to. And just give it to the fans. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
Awesome. Okay, thank you guys for talking to Centuries of Sin. It's great to have you here.
Nice one, dude.
Great, nice. So, just catch these guys. Catch Meta-stasis at IIMB on the 29th, and it's a free gig. I mean, that's like a wet dream for Indians. You know?
It's a wet dream for me.
Okay, thank you for listening to Centuries of Sin. Horns up. Hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning into another video by Centuries of Sin. If you liked what you saw, why not like, share and subscribe? And if you want to check out more videos, articles, photos and cool heavy metal content, be sure to check out our main blog on WordPress as well as our Facebook, Twitter and SoundCloud. See you next time.